Law Number 23, issued in 2015, is an urban planning and urbanisation law in Syria. The law defines the methods used to prepare land for construction according to an organisational chart. This is done either by zoning or by regulation. Regulation is when the administrative authority outlines areas to implement the transitional chart. Zoning involves the owners of the lands dividing it themselves into organisational divisions. However, the law is only applicable to the lands that are defined and registered with the Registrar of Land Property. The law defines three types of lands that could be subject to regulation: areas that were subject to natural disasters such as floods or earthquakes, or have been destroyed as a result of wars and fires; areas that are considered as urbanised; areas in which the administrative authority wishes to implement a general or detailed organisational chart. With regards to urban irregularities included in the organisational chart, the administrative authority has the right, by a resolution certified by the Executive Office of the Mayor's Council, to apply the provisions of Law 23 or Law Number 15 of 2008, or to expropriate the land to implement the organisational chart. If the administrative authority decides to start with areas not included in the categories mentioned previously, the zoning method is implemented to prepare the lands for construction. Owners of these lands will be given 3 years from the date of issuing the resolution to divide their lands into zones. Owners of the lands can voluntarily submit a request to zone their lands. Zoning of lands happens as follows. Firstly, the owner or owners of 3/4 of the land can file a zoning request, provided it is supported by title deed issued by the Registrar of Land Property. In addition, zoning blueprints completed by a certified engineer should be submitted. These blueprints should include a land site plan, a cadastral plan with the proposed zoning plan, along with plans for public works, provided that they are identical to the general organisational chart. Finally, a receipt of payment of auditing fees for the proposed blueprints is required, which is estimated by the square metre. After that, the administrative authority studies the request and decides on it within a maximum period of 60 days. In the event that the 3-year period has expired and the owner or owners have not completed the zoning request, the administrative authority can include the areas by regulating them. The regulated area is announced by a decree in the official newspaper. After the release of the decree, all property within the regulated area becomes a common property among all right holders. With this, the process of parcelling, consolidation and building permits will stop, while the process of selling, buying, donation and foreclosure remains permitted. With this, Law 23 is different to Law 10. The area becomes a juridical personality which replaces all the owners, and it is represented by the administrative authority. A period of 30 days would be given to right holders and owners not registered at the Registrar of Land Property to submit documents proving their rights. Relatives, even of the 4th degree, or agents may apply on behalf of the owner. Whether in zoning or regulation cases, the administrative authority acquires tract of lands up to 50% in the city and 40% in the outskirts to build roads, squares, parks, public constructions, and social housing. Social housing refers to urban divisions designed for constructing buildings for people with eviction notices or people with limited income. Social housing is built by the administrative authority, authorities concerned with housing, and the housing cooperation sector. Within the same time limit given to the owners to prove their rights, the administrative authority forms the Preliminary Assessment Committee, which consists of 1. A judge appointed by the Minister of Justice, 2. Two real estate experts appointed by the Governor, 3. Two real estate experts representing the owners should be elected by the owners. The elections are called by the administrative authority and the owners have to vote. However, if the owners abstain from voting, the head of the Civil Court of First Instance appoints the 2 experts. This committee will evaluate lands with buildings and trees within a period not exceeding 6 months. The value of the lands is estimated based on the price per square metre before the announcement of the organisational chart and based on the location of the land within the organisational chart. The committee's decisions are considered final if the owners do not object to them within 30 days from the announcement of the evaluation.